to my YouTube channel. And today, as you can see by the title, we're talking about
It's Kaachi!
And if you guys haven't seen, I have talked about Kaachi, or I did a music video reaction to Kaachi like 6 months ago on my channel, so you can go check that out. But today we're gonna talk about them as a group, I guess, and on top of their music video that they just came out with, Photo Magic. So if you don't know who Kaachi is or what Kaachi is from, and you're just like, what the hell is a Kaachi? Kaachi is quote unquote the London's first K-pop group, girl group at that. And Kaachi consists of 4 members, and the 4 members are Nicole, Chunso, Danny, and Coco. They did debut on April 15th, 2020 with Your Turn. And when Your Turn came out, it was kind of like, I will say, an uninvited welcome. There are a lot of comments, there are a lot of videos talking about them, and there are a lot of the one member is really Korean. And the rest, I think one of them is mixed with Filipino. And then the other, I think it's a Caucasian girl and a Spanish girl, if I'm not mistaken. But as a full-blood Korean, it's only one, for sure. And then they just came out 2 weeks ago with Photo Magic. Now, I haven't seen any videos lately on Photo Magic, but I've seen a lot of videos on Your Turn. And people were talking they're talking about the vocals. People were talking about the edits, like the cartoonish edits.
We can take it.
People were talking about dancing.
The way it is.
They were just talking about a lot of things about the girls, and I think overall, I really don't know why they didn't like them, saying that it was London's first K-pop group. They just felt like, okay, you should have probably went about this a different way. Like some people even said, maybe you say that you're a UK group, but you want to do K-pop things, or say you're a UK group, don't call yourself K-pop exactly, but it's a UK group inspired by K-pop. It was all these things. And basically what was going on was a lot of people were like, oh, but they don't really sound good in Korean, or their Korean is not that good. Now, I can't really attest to that just because I don't speak Korean. Obviously, I've heard a lot of Korean songs, and yes, there's a clear difference of who sounds better, because clearly in K-pop, usually it's their native language most of the time. Obviously, there are other, Japanese, Chinese, different types of other Asian nationalities in K-pop groups, but overall, it is their native language, so of course they're going to sound better. But overall, it was just a different dialect, obviously hearing from somebody that doesn't speak Korean at all. So I want to kind of touch on what Photo Magic. So if you guys haven't seen my music video reaction for their song Your Turn, basically in that, I can't remember fully what I said, but looking back on it now, I do know I pretty much had the same thoughts. It was a lot of things that I didn't like. It was some things that were cringy. It was some things that were okay, maybe you shouldn't have did that. It was just a lot of things that were going on. So one thing that I know for a fact that I didn't really like was the vocals. Now, I don't want to come on here and bash the girls, because I'm pretty sure they really love K-pop. I'm pretty sure they really want to indulge into it any way that they can. And this is probably the only way they can, so I don't want to bash them. But I do feel I understand where people are coming from, where it's the vocals weren't up to par, the dancing wasn't up to par, and I just feel it's kind of I know one video I saw is kind of a slap in the face, where it's you see some groups that debut and they've been working for 2, 3, 4, 5, hell, even 10 years to sustain something. And these girls, I don't know how long they trained, but me personally, and I know other people feel they didn't train long or hard enough, because you're saying you're London's or the UK's first K-pop girl group. Don't say that and then you bring this out, because K-pop, they're really it's a perfectionist culture. Say it or not, they're very perfectionist. Everything has to be perfect. Everything has to be clean cut, precise. The singing, the dancing, synchronization, all this stuff has to be clean and cut precise. And when Kaachi came out, people were like, what? You're calling yourselves a K-pop group, but what's going on? It's confusing. So basically, I do understand what they feel about that. And with Your Turn, it felt really kiddie. Like, if you hear the chorus, it sounds really like, and I've seen a lot of comments like this, even with Photo Magic, it feels really kids boppy. Like, I'm not a singer, so I can't too much go into like the technical terms. I don't know if it's called harmony or unison, but in the chorus, even with Photo Magic, in the chorus, I felt like it didn't sound like this. It just sounded like a bunch of different voices all singing the same thing. Like, it didn't sound like this. Like, you could hear the voices and it just like flowed together, but it was like a bunch of different voices. Like, just like really like, you could hear every single voice, but it didn't sound in unison or in harmony, whichever technical term that was used. And another thing that I didn't like about Your Turn, because I did make sure I looked at it again just so I could refresh my mind of what was going on. Well, Your Turn, the edits itself was really childlike. Like, I do feel like that you can do animations and edits in a way where to make it look good, because people have done it before. You know, the Queen's 21 with Happy, and the new girl group Asper with Black Mamba. They did it very nice, and it was just like all in your face and stuff. But it was like it was really cohesive. That's the word. It was really cohesive. And I feel like with Your Turn, it was just like in your face everywhere. And I feel like it wasn't like cohesive. It didn't like really match. Like, honestly, I feel like they could have a little bit did without it. Like, I feel like it would have probably made it a little bit better. Like, obviously the quality of the music video itself was not good. But overall, I feel like they could have, did a little bit better. Like, they could have, spruced it up a little bit. And then on top of that, the outfits itself, they weren't horrible in Your Turn, but they weren't the best. Now, in Photo Magic, I really liked the outfits in Photo Magic. In Photo Magic, it was really nice. Like, I felt like they really stepped up their game. Like, I don't know if they changed the stylist. I don't know if they was like, I want to do this, that. I don't know if they had their hands in it more or their hands out of it. Like, I don't know what they did, but it was most definitely better this time around. And like, I was looking at the comments before I looked at the video, and it was like they improved. But I wasn't really sure, and this is no shade, I wasn't really sure what they improved on. Like, the music video didn't have animations, to my knowledge, because I just watched it. To my knowledge, I didn't see any animations, but it still looked a little low budgety, and that's not obviously not their fault. That's the company's fault for, having to set a budget or whatever, but it still looked a little low budgety. It was some scenes that I didn't like where it was solo scenes, and like one girl just looked really unenthused. Like, I didn't see that much dancing. Like, it'd be like a couple seconds of dancing, and then it like switch to like the scene or whatever when it was in the bar or wherever they was at, and it was like the little treasure chest. Like, it wasn't that much dancing, so I couldn't really attest on their dancing skills. So I don't know about that. The vocals and stuff was still subpar. So I don't really know fully what they improved on. And that's not me trying to be like mean or anything like that. I just don't know what they improved on. So I was kind of confused. So on top of that, the one thing I would say I liked is I like the outfits. I really did like the outfits in this music video. Like, when they were in, it was one girl, I think she had like a red bra or like bra-like outfit. Like, pretty much in that whole scene, all those 4 outfits were good. I like their sparkly outfits. My least favorite outfit were the dresses. The dresses weren't horrible. It just wasn't like, my cup of tea. Like, it wasn't my fave. But my favorite was most definitely when I think they was wearing red, black, and white. And that little setting where I think it was like a dark background. I don't know if it's pitch black, but it's like a dark background. When you mainly seen the dancing a little bit. One thing that I do feel like that I really kind of didn't understand. Like, I understand it was called Photo Magic, but when they were asking for the mirror, that part kind of like tripped me up. Like, and then like I wasn't sure like did they like go somewhere, and it was in, like they go inside the mirror when it was like at the chest. Like I was still kind of confused with that. Like I didn't know what was going on with that. But yeah, that's honestly overall with the whole music video. Technically, it was an improvement in ways, but it literally just looked like a different concept, but same level of what's the word? Mediocrity. Like, and not to be mean, but it was just a different concept. Like Your Turn was like bright, bubbly, cute, or whatever, and Photo Magic was like dark and like I guess supposed to be like this sexy concept, but it was still the same level of mediocrity. Like it I didn't see any too much of improvements as far as the girls, I would say. Yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about it. I really don't understand why. Because I was looking at the comments and I was like, okay, they improved, they did this. Like, I'm looking at the comments, looking at people, but you know, people, most of the time, if it's like an underrated group, you're not really going to see that many bad comments on like any underrated group or any underrated anything. Like, you're not going to see that too many bad comments because I guess they're trying to boost the girls' self-esteem up. But at the same time, don't lie. At least in my opinion, I feel like it was kind of like a little letdown because I kept seeing the improvement. I looked at the video and I was like, this kind of looks like the same that we was just getting from them from Your Turn, but now it's in a sexy way. If you get what I'm trying to say. Like, it was nothing there really, like, grabbed my attention. Like, nothing really was, like, holding me there and sitting me there to, like, you know, make it seem like that I wanted to, like, know more, see more, wait for the next music video. Honestly, I didn't even think they was going to have a second video, like a second song. I'm shocked. I'm not going to lie. Because a lot of times when things like this happen in the K-pop, they have one song, they flop, and they're done. Like, I'm really surprised. Like, it's way more groups out there that I've seen that did good and they might have been underdogs and they still were done. So I didn't even think that Kaachi was coming back out. Like, I honestly low-key forgot about Kaachi until somebody had posted they improved. They made a whole video saying they improved. I didn't watch it, but honestly, I don't feel like it was an improvement. And I don't know. Like, I mean, it's honestly like, if you guys know who Dua Lipa is. Like, with Dua Lipa, she, you know, when she first came out, she didn't have, like, the best stage presence. She could not dance to save her life. She could still sing. She always could sing. Now, you're not going to take that away from Dua. Dua could always sing. It's just she didn't have a stage presence. She couldn't dance. But she went into hiding for, like, what, 6 months to a year? Like, a little bit. And when she came out swinging guns a-blazing. Like, and that's what I would expect for somebody like Kaachi to do. Like, I would expect you do what you do for the first time. This is your first go around, so you know, like, you know, you make your mistakes like we all do. Like, you know, I'm still new to this whole YouTube thing, and like this video right here, I feel like it's all over the place. It's still new, I'm still making mistakes, but sooner or later, you're just gonna get better. So it's like, I feel like they should have took all the heating, all the warnings, all like the reviews, bad, good, criticism, all this stuff, took all that and like elevated. I feel like they, I'm not gonna say didn't, because they probably feel like they were, but I just, what to say, I just feel like they are at the same level, just wrapped up in a different present, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for that, for Kaachi. And this, like I said, I'm not trying to like bash the girls. I'm not trying to like make them seem bad or like they shouldn't do this, because they are very confident, very bold to be doing this, as most of them not even being Korean. They're very bold. K-pop is a genre where it's literally subjected around 99.9% Asians, and with 3 of them not even being Asian, to do this is really bold. So I'm really, like, you know, proud of them for doing that. But at the same time, don't come out and thinking you could do whatever, because not only are you not Korean and not Asian, but you're also at a mediocre level. So it's like you guys to do better. So I really hope they do better. And like, if they come out and I see their video, I'm gonna look at it and maybe make another one. I don't know. But that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. and bye.